YouTube friends, and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Deidre from Our Upcycled Life, and I do lots of thrifting, upcycling, repurposing, and DIY content. And I have a really fun upcycle today that I wanted to share with you. It's a quick one, but it is so adorable when it's finished. I am sure we've all had a Bodum in our life at some point. This one's mine, and for some reason I thought at the time I needed it to be white. First mistake. It stains horribly and I can't keep it clean. And now it's leaking coffee grinds. So it's on the upcycling table, and that's what we're working on today. I've got a really great idea, so make sure you stick through to the end so you can see how it turns out. Okay, lots of work. Let's get started. This is my coffee Bodum. It's really coffee stained. I can't get it cleaned anymore. The coffee grinds are leaking through, and I'm excited to show you the idea that I have to upcycle this. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just mask off and tape off the press so we don't get any spray paint on it. And if you've been following along for a while, you know I never throw anything out. If I can upcycle it, it's going to happen. I took it outside and I gave it a couple coats of this beautiful turquoise color. If you want to spray paint plastic, make sure you're buying spray paint that will adhere properly. I wanted to make a little tag to hang off of the Bodum when it was all finished. This is just a piece of pressed board, already covered in spray paint. I'm off to a good start. I'm painting it with a coat of my black chalk paint, letting it dry, putting on some white chalk paint, and I'm going to do a really fun painting technique on this little tag while we're waiting for my spray paint to dry. I got out some acrylic paint in some really fun colors, and I'm just putting drops of it all over that little tag, random spots. There's no rhyme or reason to this painting technique. This is a great technique to do with kids too. After we've got all the paint dotted on that tag, we're gonna get out our cling wrap. Now while the paint is still wet, we're gonna tear off a little piece of that cling wrap, a little bit bigger than the tag, place it into that paint, and then just start smearing. I have a video on my channel where I did some wooden signs with this technique and they turned out adorable. I'll put a link down below in the description and you can check that one out after you watch this one. So you basically just want to blend all of that paint together, and as you do, you're creating other colors. I just love the way that this one turned out. It almost looks like a tie-dyed t-shirt. Now I'm going to put a graphic on it using my Mod Podge reverse graphic transfer method. I printed this off on my LaserJet printer, making sure to reverse the text, and then we're going to apply it to that little tag once the paint has completely dried. I love this little graphic, and it's going to be perfect to pull this whole project together in the end. I set the tag aside, let it dry for 24 hours, and now we're just going to dampen it with a rag with a little bit of water on it and then rub off the paper. We're going to have the cutest little graphic on this little wooden tag that we created with the cling wrap painting technique. My spray paint's all dry. Now we're ready to pull this all together. I got these river rocks at the dollar store, and I'm just going to add a bunch in the bottom of that Bodum. Be careful when you're putting it in. This is glass. You don't want to have your glass break when you've got to this point. I'm going to put enough rocks in the bottom of this to fill it up about halfway. And then I'm going to use my hot glue gun, and I'm going to glue that plunger so the lid is at the very top. I'm using my Gorilla Glue, works fantastic and bonds really well. The hot glue is all set and the plunger is stuck up at the top. We're going to put it into the glass, and then we're going to fill it up with potting soil, leaving about 1/4 of an inch at the top. I picked up some beautiful succulents, and we're going to plant those succulents in the top, just pressing them into that topsoil until it looks really pretty. And we've created a beautiful succulent garden from a Bodum that was destined to go to the landfill. And I think the little tag finished it off perfectly. I also have the graphic listed in my Etsy store if you're interested in trying to make one of these yourself. I hope you enjoyed this little upcycle, and if you like this kind of content, I would love for you to like, subscribe, and follow along. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and we'll see you in the next video. And if you love this video, I'm sure you'll love either of these next two. Take care.